I want to talk to you today about how porn destroys our health and our well-being. This is actually something that a lot of people overlook or don't actually realize just how serious an impact having a problem with porn might actually have on someone's overall health and well-being. One of the things that people often tell me when I'm coaching them in or helping them break free from porn is oftentimes, especially for men, their routine is totally out of control. They have absolutely no schedule, there's no routine, there's no system to when they start their day, when they end their day. They have no plan around how they spend each hour in their day. And normally, this is sadly because when you are addicted to porn, we often plan our day around our next fix. And so rather than, having all these things that are important to us that we're achieving throughout the day or doing throughout the day, all that becomes a blur because we're chasing the next moment when we would be free to watch porn or engage in that content, right? And so often what happens is people who are heavily addicted to porn, they will share with me that, I go to bed super late, like as in I don't even go to bed on the same day I wake up. I'm going to bed at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And I'll be like, okay, brother, like what are you doing at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.? And normally it's surfing the net, watching movies, looking at YouTube, and primarily watching porn, okay? So then they're getting up super late, right? They might be getting up at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I've even heard as late as, 10 or 11 o'clock. Then they're scrambling out the door. They don't eat breakfast. They don't have a shower. They forget things at home that they needed to take to uni or work. They're not handing assignments in on time. They're performing poorly at work. They're buying lunch out because they didn't have time to pack it in the morning. They're running off coffee. They don't have time to go to the gym. They're studying poorly because they're falling asleep at lunchtime. They're not getting good quality sleep. And what this is doing is also they're not getting in their prayer time. They're not making time for friendships. They're not investing in their marriage or their relationship. You can see where this is going, right? Their whole life has been flipped upside down. And so oftentimes they will burn out because they're running on empty, or they'll get very sick very regularly, highly strung, very anxious, very down, very withdrawn. They lack self-confidence, all these things, all because pornography is having a major impact on disrupting any kind of routine that they might be having. So for most people that I work with, okay, one of the first things I do is I say, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take your daily schedule, where we're going to take your body clock, and we're going to bring it back as much as 3 to 5 hours, right? So if you're going to bed at 2 or 3 a.m., okay, we need to sort out your evening routine so that you are getting to bed by 9 or 10 p.m. and then you're waking up at like 5 or 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning, having had a really good restful night's sleep so that you can conquer the day, okay? And then I help them schedule, good meals, exercise, give them some, hacks to work better, work more efficiently. We minimize their caffeine. I give them some dietary advice, basic stuff. I'm not a dietitian. Okay, I'm not someone who specializes in nutrition, but I can get people some basic support there. Okay, so this is a really, really important thing. And if you are struggling with porn, I would bet any money that you would probably be someone who would say, you know what, I desperately need a little bit of routine in my life. Because porn doesn't generally just play a part in somebody's life. When you're watching porn, it's constantly grasping for more control over your life, okay? And it starts out very simple. It starts out, it's something I'm just doing on the side. But, after a few months, after a few years, it starts to govern people's evenings. It starts to govern people's days. And it's just constantly looking for more and more time to grab off you or snatch off you. So one of the things that my clients always tell me after they've finished my Break Free from Porn coaching program is they will say, man, one of the greatest things that came from this program was, You got some order back in my life. You got some routine back in my life. I'm sleeping better. My mental clarity's better. I'm not getting brain fog all day. I'm not just living off caffeine. I'm exercising again. I'm doing better at uni. I'm doing better at work. My marriage is stronger. I'm seeing my friends again. I'm closer to God. I'm back at church, or I'm going back to confession. These are amazing things to hear as someone who, obviously, my goal is I want people to experience freedom to become a saint. Amen. The freedom to live well, to love well, to live that John 10:10 life. And I can guarantee you, if you're watching porn, you're not living a life to the full. Jesus Christ wants you to be free. He wants to give you the abundant life that he promised you from John's gospel. Amen. So if you feel like you're lacking routine, you're not living the life that you really want to live, you're feeling controlled by pornography or chained to it, reach out and you can apply today for my Break Free from Porn coaching program. I'd be over the moon to work with you. God bless you, and I hope this has been helpful.